Welcome dear students. In this video lecture we are going to learn how to draw the development of a cone, specifically cone cut by a section plane through the radial line method. Let's go and solve the problem. So this is the problem. A cone of base diameter 60 mm and axis 70 mm is resting on HP with its base. It is cut by a section plane 30° to HP bisecting the axis. Draw the development of the surfaces. This is what the question. So as usual in this question we are having three different tasks. First we need to draw the solid with the given specification and cut the solid with the given cutting plane and then draw the development of the lateral surfaces of the solid. So this is what our workload here. For that first we need to draw the solids base view and the lateral view as projections. Let me start with the XY line. Here the object is a cone, so the base view is a circle. Meanwhile, the solid is resting on the horizontal plane with its base. So the circular base of the solid is visible in the top view. So in the top view area, I need to draw a circular base of the solid. And then as usual, I have to split it into 8 equal parts. Then I need to mark the generator points here. It is a cone, so it's don't have the face. In the top only it's having the apex point. Now I am projecting the base generator point into the front view. The axis height of the solid given in the problem is 70 mm. So at that height I am fixing the apex point in the lateral view of the solid. And the diameter is 60 mm. Let me to connect the generators. Here before sectioning the solid we don't have idea what are all the portions will be the retained portions and the removed portions. So first I needed to draw everything with 2H pencil with very mild darkness. Oops. Now the projection of the solid is over. We need to cut the solid with the given cutting plane. The cutting plane is 30° to HP and bisecting the axis. So the cutting plane is going to meet the axis at its midpoint. The height of the axis is 70 mm. So the midpoint, if you consider at the height of 35 mm, we needed to cut the solid with the given cutting plane. lesser, I think. Yes, at this height we are going to pass our cutting plane, which is 30-degree inclined to HP. This 30-degree inclined to HP cutting plane going to cut the solid at the midpoint of the axis, and with the proper format we need to draw the cutting plane. The cutting plane inclination can be noted here. And then now I needed to identify the cut points wherever the cutting plane intersecting the slant generators. So I needed to start to travel from the extreme of the cutting plane. Yes, the first intersection is there. It is O dash A dash. Only one generator is attacked by the cutting plane in this spot, so I needed to give only one cut point, say it is P dash, and then continue the travel. Again one more intersection. First examine how many generator are passing over this spot. There O dash, B dash and O dash, H dash. Totally two generators are passing in this path, so I needed to give two cut points in this spot. Say they are Q dash and R dash. Again continue travel. Here the next intersection, O dash, C dash and O dash, G dash. Two generators are passing, so I need to award two cut points in this spot. Say S T, and then continue your travel. Here I am intersecting O dash, D dash, O dash, F dash. Two generators are attacked by the cutting plane in this spot, so I needed to give two cut points. Say they are U dash and V dash, and continue the travel. Here the next intersection, it is O dash, E dash. Only one generator is attacked in this spot, so I need to give only one cut point. It is W dash. So after marking the cut points, we needed to highlight the retained portion with HB pencil with higher darkness. See, it is a cone, so I needed to darken only the extreme generators. I need not to darken the interior generators. Do that now. Yes, that's enough. And then better to note down the address of each and every cut points in order to mark them in the top view. In this problem, the cut points obtained are point P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W. Cut point P is obtained in the generator OA. Cut point Q is obtained in OB. Cut point R in OH and cut point S in OC. Cut point T in OG. Cut point U in OD. Cut point V in OF and cut point W in OE. Just for our reference, you need not to mention this address data in your answer sheet. Now project all the cut points into the top view area and mark them in their respective generator. Now I am projecting the cut point P dash, QR, and when I project S and T, this won't intersect with OG and OC respectively. So I am projecting UV and W. See here, the projector of P dash is coming in this way. Whenever this projector intersecting with OA, I need to mark the cut point P. So this projector is intersecting with the slant edge OA in the top view in this spot. So here I need to mark the cut point P. In the same way, this projector is taking Q and R. Whenever this projector intersecting with OB and OH, I need to mark the cut points Q and R respectively. Let's mark this projector now intersecting with OB in this part. So here I need to mark the cut point Q, and the same projector intersecting with OH and this part, and here I need to mark the cut point R. The same way, this projector is holding the cut points U and V. Whenever this projector intersecting with the slant generators OD and OF, I need to mark the cut points U and V in the top view. So here it is intersecting with OD. So in the OD, the cut point you need to mark is U. So I can mark the cut point U here, and it's intersecting with OF in this point. I need to mark the cut point V. And finally, the cut point W is intersecting with the slant generator OE in the top view at this spot. So I need to mark the cut point W here. And in order to mark the cut points S and T, simply by projecting them, we can't do that, because the generator OC and OG are perpendicular to the XY line both in front and top views. So additionally, we need to do some work in order to mark them in the top view. As usual, this work is already did by us in lot of times. Once again, I am explaining how we are doing that. So just draw a horizontal from this line towards the extreme slant edge, say OE. So from the points S dash and T dash, draw a horizontal towards the extreme slant edge, the slant generator, that is OE, and here it is intersecting with OE. From this part, draw a projector towards the top view and end it with the same slant generator OE. Drop it in OE in the top view here, and then make your O as center and the new point in as radius in your compass, and draw an arc towards the generators OG and OC in order to mark the cut points S and T. So here I can mark the cut point T, and there I can mark S. In this way we can mark the cut points in this type of situations. So after marking all these cut points, first we need to connect all the cut points by means of the smooth curve. In the case of prism and pyramid only, the cut points need to be connected with the straight lines because they are polyhedron. The solids, in the solids, cylinder and cone, which are all coming under the category solids of revolution, I need to connect the cut points with a smooth curve only. You can use your French curve for this purpose. Here I am joining it with a free hand. With HB pencil, you need to do this task. Since the dimensions here I am using are approximate only, so that my curve is not much smooth. And as we discussed in the very first problem of the development of surfaces, you need not to hatch the area covered by connecting the cut points. Since it is the topic development of surfaces, all the solids are considered as manufactured with sheet material. So the interior is simply hollow portion. You need not to hatch the surface bounded by connecting the cut points. Just leave it as it is. And you need not to darken the retained generators also in the case of cone. But in the case of the pyramid, you need to darken the retained portion of the slant edges after sectioning. But it is a cone, you need not to darken the remaining retained generators. Left it as it is. Now the work is over. Up to sectioning of solids we completed the work. Now our duty is to draw the development of the cone. First we need to draw the development of the uncut cone. After that we can mark the cut points in their respective generators. Already in the introduction class we discussed that the development of a cone is nothing but a sector, simply a sector. In this sector we are in need of this length, that is the sector radius, and then the sector angle. These two dimensions we need. So for that purpose we need to find out the theta value first, because the L value is nothing but the true slant generator length of the cone. Here in this problem, always in the case of a cone, the extreme generators are showing the true length of the generator, because the extreme generators say OA and OE. In this instant the extreme generators are OA and OE. Both of them are parallel to the XY line in the top view. So surely they will show their original length in the front view. O dash, E dash, O dash, A dash are equal in length, and they are showing true length of the generator, slant generator. So by measuring these two, this length, we can get the sector radius, and then the sector angle can be found out by a simple formula, R by L into 360. So in this problem, the R value is nothing but the radius of the base circle. It is 30 mm, and the L value is the length of the slant generator, true length of the generator. In this software application, I am not having provision to measure this length, but it's definitely greater than 70 mm. So for this time being, approximately I am taking the value as 75 mm, but in your paper the value may differ, and I am continuing the calculation. When I submitting the values like that, I will get the answer is the favorite number nowadays, that is 144. So by the using these two datas, I can draw the development of the uncut cone here first. Now I completed the development of the uncut cone. Here the inside angle is 144 degree, and the distance, that is the radius of the sector, is 75 mm, which is equal to the true slant generator length of the cone. For your understanding purpose only, I am marking dimensions here. In your answer sheet you need not to mark these dimensions, but you have to mention the angle. And you have to show this calculation also in your answer sheet. That is the R value in this problem is 30 mm, and the L value 75 mm. When you substitute them to find out the theta value, it is 144 degree. And then I just developed the uncut cone. Hereafter, as usual, this sector wing has to split into 8 equal parts. Yes, I splitted the entire 144 degree area into 8 equal parts and marked the base generator points. Now I need to mark each and every cut point in their respective generator. Before that, like in the previous problem, that is in the development of the cut pyramid, here also I need to move all the cut points towards the true slant generator line. Then only I can measure the original location of each and every cut point in their respective generator. For that I need to draw the horizontal from each and every cut point towards the extreme generator. For example, I am now locating point P in OE and QR. ST already a line is there, UV and W is already in the extreme generator only. So this point is P and here it is Q and R, and there it is S and T, and here it is U and V, and W is already in the extreme generator only. Now measure the distance of O dash P here in the extreme generator, O dash P, and mark it in the respective corresponding slant generator, that is in OA. Once you look in this problem, already the point P dash in the O dash A dash, they in the extreme generator only. So if you measure this distance and that distance, both will equal. But for our complete consolidated analyze, I am shifting all the cut points into a single extreme generator. Okay, if you measure O dash P dash in the O dash A dash generator, this also correct. Okay, and now I am measuring O dash P distance and marking it in the OA in development. So approximately it will be here, it is point P, and this should be marked in two places. This is point P, and then measure the distance between O dash and Q. With this distance I need to mark the cut point Q in its location. Q should be marked in OB. So in OB, in here I need to mark O first, sorry. In OB, with this distance O dash Q distance, I am going to mark the cut point Q. This is Q, and in the generator OH, with the same distance I need to mark the cut point R. So in the generator OH, I need to mark the cut point R approximately in this spot, it is R, and measure the distance between O dash S in the generator O dash E dash, and with this distance in the generator OC I need to mark the cut point S. So in the generator OC, with the distance O dash S, I am going to mark the cut point S. And in the generator OG, with the same distance in the generator OG, I need to mark the cut point T. So in the generator OG, with the same distance I need to mark the cut point T, and measure the distance between O dash and U in the extreme generator, and in the generator OD in the development I need to mark the cut point U. In the generator OD in the development, with the distance measured from the front view O dash U, I am going to mark the point U, and in the generator OF, with the same distance I am going to mark the cut point V. In OF I am marking V, and the distance O dash W dash I am going to mark it in the OE. In OE I am marking W. So after marking all the cut points in the development, first I need to connect all the cut point with smooth curve. It is not a pyramid or prism, so the cut points are need to be connected with smooth curve, not with the straight line. Use your HB pencil for this purpose. Yes. And then the extreme generate retained portion of the extreme generators only need to be drawn with HB pencil. Again here, this curve, that is the base of the curve of the cone, need to be darkened with the HB pencil. If you are able to do this with your campus in perfect manner, you can do. So this is nothing but the development of the truncated cone. You can try this with proper tools in your paper. Thank you.